election coverage and Supreme Court rulings on changes to state election rules. This week, it put Vermont's Secretary of State in the middle, you could say. Vermont was inaccurately mentioned in a ruling regarding Wisconsin. And despite a change being made, Jim Kondo says it doesn't go far enough. Local 22's Jolie Sherman is live in the newsroom tonight to break it down. Jolie?
Well, good evening, Lauren. Justice Kavanaugh corrected his statement to say Vermont did not make changes to their election deadline rules. Secretary of State Jim Kondo says he's glad he admitted his mistake, but his one-word addition doesn't go far enough.
His correction just basically added the word deadline so that now it reads that we didn't change our deadline. But he misses the rest of it.
The rest of it meaning the changes Vermont did enact to allow voters to get their ballots in the mail.
We had provided a ballot to every active registered voter more than 30 days ahead of time. We have provided a postage paid envelope that they could return their ballots with, and that we had allowed the town clerks to be able to process those ballots up to 30 days ahead of time.
This was the first time Vermont allowed the state to vote 1 month before the election, which meant the state didn't have to extend its November 3rd deadline. Justice Kavanaugh's opinion was written after Wisconsin wanted to extend its election day deadline, so mail-in ballots could be counted after Tuesday. But in a 5-3 ruling, the Supreme Court decided against it.
This was a concurring opinion. It was really the expression of one justice's opinion. But at the same time, these opinions have an effect.
Montpelier-based attorney Daniel Richardson says Kavanaugh's one-word change is technically correct, but by no means is a controlling opinion.
It is on its surface true, but substantively wrong because we've done a lot to change to keep that deadline in place on the back end that other states haven't done, like Wisconsin.
When it comes to presidential elections, Richardson says states can choose how to conduct the voting.
When we're talking about a national election like the presidency, we're really actually talking about 50 state elections because each state manages its own election process and each state is entitled to make the rules that govern that election process within a couple of guardrails of due process and constitutionality. That
Kavanaugh's correction was made following a letter that Secretary Kondo sent to the Supreme Court explaining that Kavanaugh's opinion didn't take into consideration the significant change Vermont has made to allow for a safe and valid voting process. Reporting live in the newsroom, Jolie Sherman, Local 22 News.